Hi, Cynthia.
Yeah.
Mindy, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Beautiful outside today, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
It's fall day. Um, Before we get started, I just want to make sure, I know you've signed the consent, but I just want to make sure it's still okay to video this interview today?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you. I also want to let you know we can stop at any time if you feel uncomfortable. And I also want to touch base with you on confidentiality. And let you know that everything we do say or everything that is talked about today will be confidential. There is some exceptions, which would be if I felt that you were at harm or there was safety involved towards you or another person. I would breach the confidentiality to make the to bring on the safety, and I am obligated to take further steps if that does come up. There are also expectations for billing, as well as the court can request information, and if that's a possible or anything that comes up for you, in all cases, the least possible amount of information will be disclosed. Do you have any questions about that?
No.
All right, sounds good. So what brings you in today?
Well, so we have been noticing a lot lately that our yard is covered in dog poop. Yeah.
I can see how that could be an issue and be quite frustrating. To actually, on a scale of 1 to 10, one being it's not too bad, 10 being it's bad. What would you say? Where would it fall for you?
I would say an 8. It has gotten to the point where it's literally not just in the grass, but piles of it in the middle of the road right in front of our house as well.
No. I am so sorry to hear that. Is this a recent problem, or has it been a previous problem in the past, or is it?
Well, we used to have a problem with it when I first moved in. I've lived here for about 10 years, and we had a couple years where there was a problem back and forth. There would be like a pile here or there, but it kind of died down the last year and a half. And more recently, I think in the last couple of weeks, it has been more than a problem. It's left and right. There's just piles everywhere.
I am so sorry to hear that. I know on a personal note, I would not be very happy with that either. Are there a lot of dogs in your area? Or a lot of new dogs maybe?
Oh, absolutely. We have, I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 different dogs just in our block right here, but most of them are on leashes. And I've known a couple of the people for years, so I know it's not them.
Yep, I could definitely see that. Do you know of any certain dogs that it could be?
So we have this house that's about a street and a half away from us, and they have about 5 dogs that recently we've been seeing around, and it's pretty much a group of kids that walk them around. So I have a feeling that it might be them because, like I said, the problem's more recent lately, and those seem to be the only new ones around. So
do you usually see the dogs? Like, are you home during the day, or do you have or is it usually when you come home it's there?
I work most of the day, so I don't see a lot. My fiance actually works from home, and has noticed them walking by off and on. I also know a lot of the people around here. Like I said, I've lived here for 10 years, and I actually have 3 kids that are out playing around a lot too. When I've talked to one of the neighbors down the street, one of the kids, and he said, as soon as I asked him, made a comment like, hey, is there a lot of dog poop in front of your house lately? And he flat out told me, he's like, oh, I think I know who that is, because he hangs out with them. So he kind of directed me toward these group of kids as well.
The culprit. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I know you said you did speak with somebody about it, or one of the kids on your street, but have you talked or brought it up with anyone else?
Actually, just yesterday, I had a conversation. So in the building that I live in, we have 4 apartments. So there's my side that I live on, and there's somebody that lives directly above me. And then the other side, there's the 2 there. And we live right on the corner. So the other day, I went out to wait for my youngest to get home from a after school program that he does. And I happened to see one of my neighbors that live on that side. And as we were talking, just about random things, she started to walk toward the house, and I noticed there was a fresh pile of dog poop right in front of her. So I kind of directed the conversation with her about there being lots of new piles everywhere.
Absolutely. Did she know, or was she able to maybe investigate a little bit with you, or have any knowledge on who it was at all?
I think I actually gave her more information on the kids, because I don't think she's home a lot. I don't see her that often. But she was saying, that she has been really frustrated with it, because I don't know if they, like I said, my fiance works from home and usually has the window open, so I don't know if they realize that, because directly in front of our windows, there never seems to be anything. But over on her side, nobody's usually hanging out around there, and that's where most of the piles happen to be. And then, like I said, she didn't even know about the pile in front on the street. I mentioned to her because, I walk across that street to bring one of my others to the bus.
Absolutely. Did it make you feel better being able to relate with somebody, or being able to kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say get it off your chest, but did it feel good to be able to talk to somebody about it?
Absolutely, and she actually knows some of the other people that are around here with the dogs, so I think collectively, even though I kind of assumed I knew which ones it was coming from, we were able to collectively come up with more of a definite of what we were thinking, and came up with a couple solutions that we're gonna try to at least lessen it, if that's all possible, being kids.
Yeah, absolutely. What can you tell me what one of them or any solution might be that might help the situation?
So I had mentioned right in front of, like I said, nothing really happens in front of our window, but right in front of our window, I put where I told her I could put a bag or 2, because we have a sign right outside our window. But on her side, she doesn't have anything like that, but she told me that she had actually thought about getting a camera, and might actually be putting a camera out to try and figure it out. So we're not really assuming who it is.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. I think that'll probably shed a lot of light on the subject, and hopefully in the end, you can figure it out, talk to the people, hopefully have a civil conversation so it can be alleviated, but that's good. It's a good step in the right direction, that's for sure.
A non-poop step.
Yeah, you're right about that. Actually, speaking of that, has anybody had the bad luck of stepping in any?
So as far as I know, no. I try to direct my kids and my fiance if I see any piles. Like I said, even my neighbor, if I see any piles. The big pile in the road that I saw the other day, going to bring my son to his bus, I was very close to stepping in, because I would not expect a giant pile to be in the middle of the road.
Absolutely.
But my neighbor and I were actually talking, like I said, yesterday, and brought up the fact that when our landlord comes to cut the grass the next time, he might be the unlucky person to experience a lot of it, because he doesn't live right around here, and the last time he came, we weren't really having this problem. So
Yeah, I think that would definitely bring up the situation again, and hopefully that might help. I wonder if that would even help maybe him buying signs. So he's the landlord, so you guys rent. So maybe putting signs out in the lawn saying, I think there are signs that say pick up your dog's poop and stuff like that. So maybe that can be something you look into, maybe for him to get, of course.
yeah, absolutely. And actually, some of those signs across the street from us, they've had a few.
Oh, good.
So.
Good. Well, I am so sorry that this is happening to you. I've been in personal situations like this, as of probably a lot of people, so I know and I feel it for you, and I'm so sorry to hear that. Boy, I mean, I think we got a lot accomplished today, and I hope, that what I said can help you in the future, and I would love to see you again.
Absolutely, and hopefully next time it will be a whole lot less dog poop.
I cannot wait to hear. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Very nice meeting you. Thank you.